Tourism is big business in York County, generating $850 million per year, including $83.2 million in state and local taxes. The House Tourism and Recreational Development Committee recently held a hearing to examine legislation sponsored by State Representative Ron Miller from the 93rd Legislative District. Representative Miller would like to see those numbers increase dramatically through a change in the tourism funding mechanism, and he's here to talk about House Bill 1486. I should clarify something, Representative. This is enabling legislation, is it not?
Yes, the county commissioners asked us to pass legislation that would allow them to raise the room tax in York County from 3% to 5%, but it will not require them to do that. That will be their decision once this legislation is passed.
Ballpark it if you could. How much money are we talking about in terms of increased money for tourism?
I'm going to guess it's somewhere between $750,000 and $1.25 million. A couple of years ago that was more predictable, but of course the economic difficulties, we saw less room stays in York County, but probably somewhere in the realm of $1 million.
The county commissioners wrote a letter requesting this legislation years ago. It's on the books for a while, now coming for a hearing. What's the holdup with the bill? It seems pretty simple. Obviously they've asked for it. This would allow them to do it. Why is it where it is right now?
Well, one of the major issues is the fact that York County is included in a section of the county code that covers 8 other counties. So this doesn't just affect York County. It affects 8 other counties across the state. And it may not be popular in those areas. Now again, it's only enabling legislation, so I contend there's no reason for them to oppose it. But that's one of the reasons why it's been difficult to move this legislation. Adams County just moved legislation and did raise their room tax from 3 to 5%. But when the code was, when the law was originally written 13 years ago, 14 years ago, they were in a separate section of the code by themselves, so it's much easier to affect change for them.
Tourism, as we said, is really big business in York County. In fact, it's Pennsylvania's second largest industry. I'd like your thoughts on the way we market our state, because obviously it's a York County thing, a Lancaster County thing, but also marketing Pennsylvania as well. How good of a job are we doing?
I think we could always do a better job. Chairman Stern, I believe, has made that point that he believes we should do a better job of marketing the state. I just saw a news release where the governor was at Raystown Lake and doing some kayaking to promote Pennsylvania tourism. But I think we can do more, and I support the chairman's efforts, Chairman Stern's efforts on the tourism committee to increase what we do to promote the state. But at the same time, that should not preclude York County from being able to increase their tax and aggressively promote York County itself.
One final question. We said the bill is sitting with the committee right now. It hasn't been voted yet, but the hearing was held. What were your general thoughts about the hearing and who testified and what was testified on?
Well, I think they raised the testifiers raised some very interesting points about the room tax legislation in general, because as I referenced with Lancaster, or Adams County, but it includes Lancaster County and others, it's fragmented into different sections, and there are some things where we could clean up definitions on the use of the room tax. So I'm quite supportive of those changes. I just don't want it to hold up what we're trying to do for York County.
If you have questions about this or any other legislative topic, we'll be showing you Representative Miller's contact information on the screen in a few seconds. I'm Scott Little. Thanks for spending 5 minutes with State Representative Ron Miller.